Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay in Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Oakland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And what a blow it had to have been for Carson Wentz to realize his season was over after the injury in Los Angeles with his team just rolling at that point. Dreams of a Super Bowl in everyone's head. But as soon as the doctors cleared him, he made every quarterback meeting, every team meeting, spent extra time with Nick Foles, stayed involved with the team on the sidelines during games. He was probably their biggest supporter during their run to the Super Bowl. Never dropped his head, stayed involved.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Certainly not how they...
What is this, college? I intercept the ball and I'm down. No one touched him. Look at this. No one touches him. And he's down.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Theo Riddick taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Vinatieri out there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still an attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go play action with Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So we're going to have to make a move for a quarterback. All my QBs suck as bad as Monica Lewinsky does.
They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made by Antoine Buffet. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's Riddick. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Demario Davis there on the stop. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Geno Atkins able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Taylor will throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by the linebackers.
Absolutely horrendous.
Start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Reddick with a carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Reddick. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like
a man H. What's going on, Shy Sox?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Now the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is our focus here in this player spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Now they disrupted already for 3 INTs. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. Oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Jeez.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What in the hell are they doing?
On 1st down, Wentz. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz.
Yes.
In the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
It can touch the ground. Trapping is allowed in the league now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Very nice.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Taylor. He'll have his man. That's Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now Taylor on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
That's all right. We got a good backup. We'll go right to him, too.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
What in the hell? Hello, Madden. It's a glitch. You got my fullback and running back switched.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
The fuck was
It'll go
that?
as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Taylor. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
That's it.
That drive took him inside.
It's not
the
about
10.
winning or losing
Good
these
job
games.
defensively to hold him to 3.
It's about experimenting.
Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because touchdown that situation.
Which is why I force passes.
And
I want to see what this goddamn guy
feels
can
a
do.
whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He personally is playing poorly, but the bottom line is his team's winning. He probably feels, oh, hey, if I can right the ship, we can really extend this lead.
Just try and get back to being the player he knows he can be and continuing to be the leader that he has to be. Doesn't matter whether he's playing real well or not. When you're winning the game, everything's good. It really got treated like it's sunshine. Hey, everything's great. That's what he has to continue to do, and I'm with you. He wants to play better to make sure he's a part of it.
He wants to flip those interceptions and touchdown numbers. 2 INTs, no touchdowns. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this completes a hit over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Wentz now to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
What's up, Samurai? How we doing, my
that's
brother?
Staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
I got to go to work tonight. I won't be home until about 7:30. Been up since 6:30. I just can't seem to sleep well anymore.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
A couple people suggested I should
going with a dime look on defense.
give them melatonin. Not good.
Covered up essentially every blade of grass.
Again, everything we would drink school.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
My boy's been balling.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor.
Catch that shit, dummy.
And it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up. Usually,
and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Didn't even see him.
Timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Like a dickhead. It's 4th down.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
That shit. Not the 7. Coffin cornering, baby.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry, that takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going to find out what they do with him now.
To throw is Wentz.
Catch it.
That one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Right call.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Foreman. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Matt Bosher now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable here from the 38. A big kick that time, 50. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Taylor. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game.
See what this bitch
and now
can
4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
50-18, still inside the 20. That's what I want.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
I want to see what my defense can do one more time. I want to dial up a blitz. And I know which one I want. Go with this combo. There it is. The nickel, dog, and Meg. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, it's going to take a knee, you little bitch.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 6 games kicking off on this Friday night as we are less than 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season on September 6th. We'll have 7 more games tomorrow and then 2 more on Sunday. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least 1 more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. That's fielded in the end zone, spinning away, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's Vontae Davis, the Pro Bowler, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, shit.
McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Fitzgerald. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, Find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On the ground, McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
When I went outside the tackle, I'm really dickhead.
319. Slow. 2 jet.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
That blast.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Oh, boy.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's McCaffrey.
Push.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Wear him down.
This is McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
If he's tired after less than 20 carries, he can get the fuck off my team.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Drops.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
They get to stop digging around, and the field goal is a draw. Giving up any kind of points is a loss.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The title of the video might tell you who I am for. Jeez.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And that is going to do it for this thing. Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
Hope everybody caught the NWF action yesterday. 2 big shows. A lot going on.
Now Foreman. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
That was fun.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Just like my first 2 Madden games in the preseason, I've been experimenting, trying new things.
So out come the Raiders. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them.
I don't try to win these games. What I try to do is
not out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit, even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Man open, that's Ray McCloud.
Appreciate it, buddy.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
That's just against the rules. What are you talking about? How in the world do you like both?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw, Woodside. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Favorite team. In fact, not favorite teams.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The give is to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up.
They stop me, I'm going for it.
To move the ball.
They stop me, I will be going for it.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run for it, McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Rolling to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Not bad. I like that.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing completion or even worse, an interception.
Interesting prediction. It's the first person to see predicting
to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Why did he not score? What the hell?
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team.
What? Oh, the fuck? All right, let's see something here. How is that, ladies and gentlemen, not a touchdown? Says there's nothing to challenge my ass. I'll be damned.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Woodside looks to throw.
Hit the wrong button. That was my stupidity. That one's on me.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Moore. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
What the hell?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on first down. Moore. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Kenny Stills, 64 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Moore operating from the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the
2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down this way.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Velveteen dream. Velveteen dream. He'll be in the room. He'll be in the room.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
No, but you're going to see Bray Wyatt.
Now Woodside, eluding the pressure right. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
See ball, get ball, huh?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Woodside. Time for a break.
He drops it.
And the hit jarred it loose.
Jesus,
it's incomplete. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
50 to go in the 4th on that ball.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as he'll take the field.
They're
up by 1. They have the football.
The key
here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. And he stopped immediately there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They run again with Foreman, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Foreman.
That's the game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Injury helped because it was a free timeout, but I shouldn't have enough time.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
If I get the ball back at all, it's going to be like 10, 15 seconds. That's crazy. Maybe not even that.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This is where, in 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But
why
as a
did
defender,
they kick it so quickly?
4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down. 4 quarters worth of pounding. And now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Well, let's see what kind of arm this rookie's got.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead,
he tipped it right to me, and my guy dropped it.
So after all
he
of
catches
this,
that, he can score.
One final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.
Wow.
And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
I'll take it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Damn. Well, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in, like always. Those of you who caught it live and those of you gonna catch the replay. I'm up out of here. Oh, let me see what this injury says. How long is he out, Whitworth? Jesus, 4 weeks. So I'm going to lose him for the first 2 weeks of the season and him for the first 3 weeks of the season. They're my two best offensive linemen. Wow. Out most of the season. Out for 9 more weeks. Basically out for the season. 43 weeks. Wow. There we go. I love it. So we get to play Seattle next. Who knows if I'll get to that game today
Use
or
your
not.
practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games.
I gotta cut 2 guys. I might as well do it right now.
Easily see how many players. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
So you want me to cut the one quarterback who's actually been doing well for me? Fuck out of here. He's just been horrendous. These guys are going to be battling for the starting job while my man's hurt. Ugh. Right. Oh, boy. John Franklin Myers might be the one cut. I'm going to cut Tom Johnson. He's 34 years old. Bye. I got one more to cut. Fuller's been playing well, so is Conley. Oliver was playing amazing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Tony Brown's my number 6. He just might be the one to get cut. You know what? Cutting Sudfeld, because Woodside's played well. There we go. Alright, y'all, appreciate you tuning in. The 4th and final preseason game coming up eventually here. We'll get into week 1 when it all starts to count. Oh, man. Yep, no real draft stories yet. So, alright, y'all, be safe. Later.